He certainly has a commitment to children, and that's something that is evident in everything that he does. Though he had assignment with one child, it was very obvious that he was reaching out to all students and looking to make certain that our entire program grew. That's just one of the subtle things that you look for in leadership. Eric Schaefer's very organized. He's always looking for the broader view of things. He's a good writer. And I think he has a genuine interest in making strong programs, as one could see from his coaching. I think most administrators are good problem solvers. Regardless of the situation, you have to sort of have a mental plan or have a mental process. If there is a crisis situation in the school, or if there's a problem-solving situation in the school, you always have to remain calm, think things through. This is another skill that I've seen him demonstrate in his work here at Summit, and as well as being a coach.
I think Eric has a lot of great characteristics. He's a very kind, compassionate person and very friendly. I think he puts kids first, and that's what we want any educator to do. I think he's also very willing to try new things, as he has been working with one-on-one with a student, and I've seen him in here working on the computer with the student. He's going to do a super job because he's very compassionate and passionate about his occupation, and I think he loves kids. So I think highly of Eric and hope that he does the best in whatever job he does as his career in education continues. Thank you.
Communication with the parent, the ability to connect with children. My son had extremely bad behavioral issues, and this is the first year that he actually wanted to come to school, that he's learning, and Mr. Schaefer is very non-judgmental, doesn't take anything personally, really connects with my son, a very patient, and it really takes a team to educate my son, and Mr. Schaefer has always been a great part of the team, and like I said, a very good communicator. Mr. Schaefer, to me, is one of those rare individuals that get along extremely well with adults, children, teachers, parents, and has done a phenomenal job with my son.
Understanding. He has the best interest of the student in mind, putting the student at the forefront. Seems to be very patient, especially with behavioral needs, and organized in the classroom for what's coming up, and seems to be willing to learn and grow within the profession. He's given in-service session to the staff and was very organized with that, very knowledgeable about the topic that he was presenting on. Mr. Schaefer has a lot of good qualities that would lend itself to being a positive role model in the building for students. He's connected with kids. He's flexible in his scheduling if he needs to make a change. It seems that when you're an administrator, you need to remain calm under pressure situations, and I think Mr. Schaefer would do a nice job at doing that and handling difficult situations that come up during the day. He has good leadership skills and commands attention when he's speaking to his staff or jumping in and handling a classroom of students if needed. I think overall Mr. Schaefer would keep the student needs at the forefront and remember that that is the reason that we're all here as he leads a building.
Aware and open to student and colleague differences. He has great collaboration and communication and great classroom management skills. He would be a great administrator because he is very flexible, assertive, very effective with managing and assigning roles within our professional learning communities. He creates a great rapport with the students, parents, and colleagues. Is very resourceful, again, knows that content knowledge very well, has very clear expectations, has a great passion for teaching, is proactive, very focused in what he's doing, is responsible, and has a great attitude.
I think one of those that I talked about as a teacher is also a strength as an administrator that I often wish many administrators I work with could master this at the level you have, and that's the ability to not show a reaction. I don't know if some of the things that you've dealt with this year have gotten under your skin or bothered you because you don't show it. You don't show it to the student, so therefore he doesn't get that satisfaction of causing a rise, causing a commotion, which we both know. If he gets that, then things get worse for him. There are so many administrators that I wish I could make them understand that there is no need for a power struggle. You're not giving in, you're not losing, but you step back and assess the situation. But I don't want to call it laid back, because I know that when you're stepping back and assessing the situation, you also have a very heightened awareness of what's going on, and you're able to tell me what's going on and what's happening. So your ability to be aware but not let anybody else know that you have such a heightened awareness at that time is huge. Probably the other point that I think is crucial for every single administrator, and I think that you do a good job with, is communication. In the position that you're in now, communication is crucial, both with the student's parent, with the building administrators, with me, and sometimes the three of us that you're communicating with don't see eye to eye. And you have to kind of filter through that and get all the information from all three and decide which way you're going to go. And not only that, but then you have to present it back to the three of us so that nobody's screaming at you because it didn't go my way, so to speak. So you're very good at listening to everybody's point of view, putting together what you need to put together, and then communicating that back to the group without ever making it look like you didn't listen to or didn't hear somebody's thoughts. That will be huge as an administrator. I find myself in that role many, many times, and have to step back and remind myself that everybody's just passionate about their position, and I think you have that ability to web all that together and make that work.